Me and my mommy.
We're on both of them.
Yeah.
We're live on both.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to say hi?
Hi.
Yep. That's it. Yeah. So we're live. I have the little one with me today. This is being recorded. It's on YouTube and on TikTok. Yeah, with the fro hop that you've been twisting in it and everything. What's going on, A and J? I see you, Lynn Cox. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I see you. So listen, tonight, we want to talk about what's happening in the cryptocurrency market, bear market bully. Welcome in. What's going on? Hopefully you enjoyed yourself over on your break. Welcome. So yeah, I have a special guest here today, so y'all can see. My little one is here too. He said I did. That's good. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. I have my little one here for a moment. She wanted to come with me to the office while I taught, because normally she's with her dad, huh?
Yeah, Quentin.
But now she's like, I want to go with you to the office, mommy, while you teach. So there it is. So this is my special guest today. He said, hey, little cutie. You say hi back?
Hi.
Yeah, self-made, welcome in. Sean, welcome in. I see you. So listen, tonight we're going to talk about Bitcoin dropped down to 76K compared to where we were last week. So we're going to talk about that. Thank you so very much for that, Harmony. I appreciate you, Bear Market Bully. Okay, as y'all are coming in, go ahead and tap the screen, tap on TikTok. That lets the algorithm know that people like what they're hearing and they want to hear more. Share. All right, thumbs up on YouTube, y'all. Share on YouTube as well. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit it yet, and then also hit the repost button. Over here on TikTok, thank you so very much. He already reposted. Y'all follow along with Bear Market Bully. Oh my goodness, I'm not saying that name with my child present. But welcome in. But yeah, as you're coming in, go ahead, repost and share and comment. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Listen, y'all, Bitcoin has dropped down to around 76K. Earlier, it got closer to like high 75, but it pushed back up a bit to like, I think it was at, when I looked at it earlier, it went up to like 76.4 or something like that. I don't know what it's at right now, but we'll get to it in a second. Let me go ahead and do my part, which is share, post it on my story as well. And y'all can do that too. You can actually post it on your story here on TikTok as you're coming in. So let me go ahead and share like I do with everybody else. Okay. And I'm asking y'all to share and repost. So guess what? I got to do it too, right? Can't ask y'all to do something that I'm not willing to do. So let's get it. Let's get it. Like Shadi Low say. Okay. So I'm pressing. I'm going to get it done. As y'all are coming in on YouTube, remember thumbs up. Okay. Share, repost. And also make sure that you are hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done it yet on YouTube, as well as the notification bell if you have not done that as well. So that way you know when I'm going live. Okay. So welcome in. Well, I am. Happy Tuesday. Frankie, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. You are moving this, ma'am. Okay. I know you want to be in it too, but don't move my thing. All right. Because I'm the one that's teaching.
I'm trying to tell them to do a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay, cool.
Do it.
All right. So yeah, I was talking about Bitcoin dropped down to 76K today. It actually got closer to 75-ish, right? But you know what? I will bet you that like new crypto investors, okay, are doing one or two things. One, they may be panicking because this is their first time in. They don't understand how the market moves, right? Two, they may just be waiting, right? Because they've heard people say, oh, the market's going to go down even further, right? And then turn around and miss the opportunity to buy again because they're thinking it's going to go even lower. So tonight, what I want to do is kind of talk about what we see going on so that way we're not guessing. All right. Because I know that there are questions out there that, you know, one question may be like, you know, Is Bitcoin down because we have a crash coming? Okay. Now, me personally, I believe the type of questions or question we should be asking ourselves. AJ, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. One of the questions that we should be asking, especially as a beginner in this space, one of the questions that we should be asking is this a smart price point or area to prepare to buy? Okay, is this a smart price point or area to prepare to buy or not? Especially if your goal is to move like the big boys in the market, you know, those smart money players that we've been talking about. Okay, so tonight I'm going to do my best to show you how to think through all of that and to minimize the guessing. Okay, that's the goal. Yes, I appreciate you. NFG Rico, I think that's how you say it. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay. So, quick disclaimer, y'all. None of what I give you tonight is financial advice. Keep in mind that I am not a licensed financial advisor yet. The time is coming, okay, but I'm not there yet. A Bayer, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Hey, what's going on, Veronica? Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. I see you on YouTube. Okay. Jonathan, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I saw a heart symbol. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday on TikTok. All right. So yeah, the plan is for me to become a financial advisor, but for right now, because I'm not a licensed financial advisor and I can only give basic general financial advice, right? I cannot tell you guys what to buy or when to buy. You have to come to those conclusions on your own. What I can do is show you what people with the big money are doing. I can say, hey, look, I'm doing this and this is why I'm doing it. I could show you websites. I could show you all of those things, but you have to come to the conclusion for yourself. The assistant, welcome in. She said, I can't stay tonight. Mama's in town. Just wanted to pop in. Thank you so very much for coming in, reposting, sharing all of that. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Hey, thank you, Bear Market Billy. Said you're killing it without the certificate. That's what I'm talking about. That is the goal. Okay, let's get it done. So yeah. So I want to put that out there, y'all. So all this information that you get tonight, my hope and my goal is that you get this information, you take it, you do a deep dive. Thank you for that, Harmony, the assistant. I appreciate you. Welcome in, Street Kid. Happy Tuesday. Okay. The goal is that you take this information, you go do additional research, you apply it in areas in which you see that you need to apply it. Okay. And you are consistent though with being a student. So that way you can properly deploy your money in whichever market. If it is crypto, cool. If it's not, cool. But that way you can properly deploy it how you see fit. Okay. Little one is not sitting still.
Because I have to do
okay.
things in your
Little, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Y'all keep on tapping the screen. Thank you so very much. Y'all join Bear Market Bully and tapping the screen. Help him out. Okay. So that way it's not just him. The goal is to get to 1K really fast. The faster we get to 1K, then we can get to 5. Okay. So let's run it. Let's run it. Let's run it. Let's run it. I see y'all. Welcome in. Come on in. Come on in. I see you on YouTube as well. Come on in. Come on in. Okay. So let's do this. I'm doing my part too. I said that I want to, send it to people. So I'm doing the same thing I asked y'all to do. There we go. Okay. Right. She got them Sour Patch Kids candy in the system. That's why she's sitting here all over the place. What, are you taking notes?
Yes.
Oh, okay. She's taking notes now. So let's go. If you have already done all the things, tapped, shared, thumbs up, subscribe, all of that good stuff, I want you to comment ready in the chat. If you are watching live, ready in the chat. If you're watching a replay on YouTube, ready in the comments. Okay. So that way we can move on with it today. So we will be going over some charting as well. So that way we can see a couple of different things. I'll show y'all Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, and then I'm going to show y'all the crypto ETF that I started with first. So that way you can see what I'm talking about. Riz, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay. So if you are new to the crypto space and you are thinking about putting money into the market, or you just put some money, but you don't really know what you're doing. Ready? Eyes ready. All right, let's go. Christopher, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay. So if you are new or thinking about buying any cryptocurrency, I did make a free crypto beginner checklist. Okay. It's going to show you exactly what to do before you invest, because there are questions in there that you should answer honestly. All right. So that way you don't make the mistake that a lot of us made when we came into this market, because we didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. Oh, guess what? We should be helping each other today. All right. It takes about 5 minutes or so, depending on you, but it can actually save you money. Okay. It will save you money when you are honest and you consistently execute. That's the key, though. You got to be honest with your answers, and you have to consistently execute what you're supposed to execute. Okay. So you'll be able to download it. For my people on TikTok, you'll be able to download it by clicking the link in my bio. YouTube is actually in the description box on here. Okay. I'll be referencing part of it throughout this live, but just wanted to make sure y'all know. Okay. So let's go. Let's talk about what has happened since last week with Bitcoin. So for those of you that don't know, last week when we were on here, Bitcoin was actually pushing towards 80K. Okay. It couldn't quite break it. It got close. It was like 79K-ish. Rashawn, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. It was like 79K-ish, right? And it ended up pulling back down. Today when I looked, it pushed back down to 76, almost high 75K. Eddie, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. All right. Now, what that tells me is the market has kind of cooled down a bit. All right. It's not running. Momentum has slowed down. Buy momentum has slowed down. Crypto Edge, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. All right. This is not, and this is for my people who are new to cryptocurrency. This is not a crash. So if you're sitting here wondering, oh my gosh, is the market crashing? Absolutely not. Okay. All this is a reaction to what has transpired so far. Okay. This is not a crash. This is just a reaction to what has transpired so far. Okay. So with that being said, what we're going to do is I'm attempting to share again because the numbers are pretty low today. I don't know what's going on. Folks ask me to go live, and then when I go live and I'm taking away time from my family, they don't show up. You know, like my child is here. She could be at home. Okay. You know, so bad service. You said bad service? Oh.
You are the problem.
Me?
Yes.
I'm the problem?
These notes are from you, you know. Most of them have been a success.
Okay. So let's get into it. Before I started trading, okay, I personally, because I didn't know anyone that was investing like that or anything, so I didn't know charting and none of that stuff, right? I didn't even know how to personally invest, like in the stock market or anything on my own prior to, let's say, 2017. Like I didn't know any of this stuff, right? So I wasn't aware how the markets move. Like I didn't know that the markets didn't just go straight up, like it's just a consistent increase, right? I'm not ashamed to admit that, you know, and I know that there is somebody either watching live or watching a replay that didn't know that either before they started investing. Because again, you don't know what you don't know. So for my people who, okay, hey. So for my people who are a bit afraid to admit that you don't know, I want to let you know that the markets do move up, but they also can hit something called resistance. So I want you to think of resistance like our ceiling. Okay. When you are in a building, when you are in your home, there is a ceiling. I want you to imagine that you are holding a small, let's say, tennis ball, right? You're holding that tennis ball. You throw the tennis ball up to the ceiling. What is it most likely to do when it hits that ceiling? What would a tennis ball do when it hits the ceiling, Laura?
It would bounce back down.
Right, it'll bounce back down. So now a 6-year-old knows that when you throw a ball up to a ceiling, it's going to bounce back down. It may land in your hand, but if you can't catch, it may hit the floor. Yeah. Okay?
Yep. If you have a computer and you're doing a walk, and if you're doing work, and someone hits the ball up,
throws the ball up,
yeah, and hit the ceiling, it might fall on the computer, which is bad.
Yeah. All right, bear market bully. I see you when you come back. Okay, so she had to put that part in there. All right. So yeah. So that's our resistance. So the market may hit a resistance. It may pull back, meaning price may come back down. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Right? It may come back down. And then after it does that, it needs to decide what's going to happen next. Steve, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I see you. It's been a minute. Boy, where you been? Okay. So, quick question for those of you that are here and can type, okay? How many of you have bought something after it already went up? How many of you have bought something that after it has already went up? Type me in the chat. If you have ever bought into an asset and it has already gone up in price. Laura's raising her hand. Lan said me. I see you. Welcome in. Welcome back. Laura says she has. Okay. So, and the reason I'm asking this question, I know I've asked this question before, okay, but I know that there's some new people here, so I wanted to see what the responses were going to be. Thank you so very much for that, Heart Me. I normally would do the whole thing, but she's over here on my lap. But this is why, honestly, Dominic, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. This is why I created that checklist, the Crypto Beginner Checklist, because it starts with not investing blindly. That is one of the first steps. It talks about not investing blindly because timing without understanding leads to emotional decisions. And we should know at this big age of ours, for most of us that tune in to me, majority, according to my analytics, the people who watch me are age 25 or older. Okay. So the 25 to 33 crowd is a smaller percentage, but y'all are pretty strong. 35 and up is heavy. Okay. So pretty much for my people who are 35 and up, we already know emotional money decisions do not typically land us in the position we want to be.
You got 200.
Okay, Lan said, yes. I'm telling you, I know. Okay, so we want to make sure that we move away from that as much as possible and get really great at managing our emotions, doing better at managing our feelings when we are about to invest, while we are investing, and before we exit. Okay, Aaron, welcome in. Agata, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Okay, so let's talk about smart money, folks. Smart money. Boss King, welcome in. Boss. Happy Tuesday. Jessica, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay. Yes. Thank you so very much for that heart, me, Jessica. I appreciate you. So smart money. Y'all know why I talk about smart money. Okay. The reason I talk about the smart money players is because they're the ones that move the market. I see you, Veronica. They're the ones that move the market. These are the people that have the billions of dollars that they can drop into the market today. Okay. They can drop $1 billion today and buy a bunch of Bitcoin. They could drop $2 billion today and, buy some Ethereum. They can drop billions of dollars today. That's what I'm talking about. Smart money. Okay. That is your hedge fund managers, your large financial institutions, your private equity firms, your billionaires. Got it? Smart money right now is not sitting here asking, ooh, what should I buy right now? They're not doing it. Should I buy Bitcoin right now? No. You know what they're doing? They're looking like, okay, Bitcoin went from almost 80K down to 76. What is it about to do next? Alvarez, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, right? Like they're looking like, what is the market showing me? What is it about to do next? Is it going to stay here, or is it going to continue to go down, or is it going to bounce back up? What's going to happen, right? They are thinking. They are being patient. They are anticipating, not even anticipating. They are waiting for confirmation. So I'm going to give you 3 things that I want you to pay attention to. Okay? because this is what they're going to be looking at as well. All right. They are looking for a reaction to the drop. So is price collapsing? That's number one. They're looking for a reaction to the price drop from that 79K-ish, almost 80K, down to 76 where it is right now. Is price collapsing? What do you say? Yes or no? Type it in the chat. Do you believe that Bitcoin price is collapsing, meaning it's about to tank? Yes or no in the chat?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Laura says no, y'all. Laura says she does not believe that price is collapsing. What do y'all say? Type it in the chat. I got a 6-year-old over here answering these questions. She be in it, y'all. She be in it. What do y'all say?
I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to do it.
What do y'all say? Same thing on YouTube. What do you say? Is Bitcoin price collapsing? Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no? And as you all are coming in, please keep sharing. Thank you so very much, Lan, for sharing the live. Ma'am, don't do that, okay? Yeah. I need you to calm down, okay? You wanted to be here. Just calm down, okay? Lan said no. All right. So now, nope, price is pulling back to go higher. That's what Veronica says on YouTube. Okay, cool. Jessica says she's the next makeup expert. Oh my goodness, yeah, because she's showing up over here showing out with this makeup right now. All right, so question. Do you believe right now Bitcoin price is holding? Yes or no in the chat. Do you believe that right now Bitcoin price is holding where we're at right now? From where it was last week, when we were live on Friday, do you believe Bitcoin price is holding? Yes or no in the chat?
Yes.
Nan said yes. Okay. Laura says yes. All right.
We have the same answer.
Y'all have the same answer. All right, good. Katutu, I think that's how you say your name. Welcome in, Fatima. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Yes, that came up. It went away pretty fast. Okay, y'all, my little one wanted to come join me to teach today. So just bear with me. Okay, if you are a parent out there, you already know how it is. Your child wants to take all the spotlight. Even though I'm the one teaching, she wants to act like she's going to be teaching. Okay, so just bear with me. We're going to get through this. Okay. Yes, let's go. Yeah, she said, what did she say? Yeah. Yep. So, all right, cool. So that right at this moment is our first clue that we see that Bitcoin price is holding. Stacy said, yay, go crypto. Love seeing a fellow parent woman doing crypto. Thank you, Stacy. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Yes, ma'am.
Should we tell them to
Okay. Let me finish. I have to have notes to keep me on track, okay? Because my mind, I'll get into something and then I'll keep going. Okay. Veronica said, yes, it's holding around 80K as a retest. 80K is definitely our resistance. Okay.
I would say yes.
So
I'd say yes.
She said yes.
And I would say yes.
Yes, you would say yes. Okay. Okay. So the second part to this, okay, the second thing is I learned about something recently is absorption. Okay. Absorption. So we see that sellers have come in, right? But price didn't drop too much. So what that means to kind of translate and make it a bit simpler, that just means simply that buyers are quietly stepping in while sellers are pushing the price down. Does that make sense? Big B, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Does that make sense? So absorption just means that even though price may be lower, it's not dumping because buyers are still stepping in. Buyers are still active. It's just the buying momentum has slowed down, but it's not completely gone. Gates, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay, Lance said yes. Okay, cool. All right, Veronica, I want to make sure you're still here. Okay, Veronica said my 6-year-old is watching. Also, I'm teaching her. She is loving hearing your daughter talk about the market. Come on, Laura, you got another 6-year-old watching you here on YouTube. Yeah, you say hi.
Hi.
DJ Flowers, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Yes. All right, so let's go. I love that, Veronica, that you are teaching your child early. And this is for everyone that is watching live or the replay. For my people on TikTok, I'm live on YouTube right now. This is being recorded. Okay, this is being recorded. So if you cannot stay the whole time, you can always come over here onto YouTube and watch the part that you missed. I will update it to add timestamps so that way you can fast forward to the area that you want to tune into. Okay, Two-Face, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. All right, Jared. Ooh, I don't want to mess up the name. Can you like break it down for me? Because I don't want to mess it up. Veronica. Because I sure was about to say it. I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm about to mess up this baby name, and I don't want to mess up nobody's name. Oh my, 62, welcome in. Coach Margaret, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Yeah. Huh? They went away. Peace, love, and EMP, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. It doesn't stay up long. I need you to wipe this. Look, wipe all this, please. All this stuff. Okay. So let's keep this going. All right. So we talked about where the reaction to the price drop so far. Okay. To keep in mind, we talked about absorption. All right. Broke that down. And now we're going to talk about some of the key levels. Last week, when I was live, if you were here, you have them. If you weren't here, I'm going to go over them again. Hey, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Hey. Tilo, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. They can't see your hand. There you go. Okay. So, some key levels that we talked about last week. Alita, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Some key levels that we talked about Bitcoin last week were the resistance, which is $80,000, $80,000. For my people who are like, resistance, what is that, Leona? I got you. Resistance equals ceiling. Write that down. Resistance equals ceiling. Think of it again as you holding a ball in your hand. You throw it up to the ceiling. What does it do? It comes back down. Okay? It hits that ceiling and comes back down. All right? So resistance equals ceiling. She's taking notes now. Mr. Howard, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. She's over here taking notes. Y'all, my daughter in here. Look. She in here taking notes, talking about, hold on, what I need to write down? I am doing well. I am doing well. I hope you are too. According to your research.
You're correct. Hurt my head. Hurt my head. Not whole head, my head.
It's my life, ma'am. You're not about to come over here and take over my life.
Never mind. Let's change this until Laura's live.
No, it's not. All right. Hey. Okay. Remember what we said. We're gonna be good, right? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Your hair got in my eye.
Okay. Well, calm down. So resistance. All right. See, I feel like this is a mistake. Oh, Jira. Okay. I started to, but I was like, I feel like I'm about to mess that up. So Jira, that is the other 6-year-old that's watching you on YouTube. So can you say hello, Jira?
Hello, Jira.
There you go. Thank you so very much for the heart meet. TK, what's going on? Thank you so very much for joining. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Tuesday. See, Daddy don't pop in because he want to see if Laura is doing good.
Daddy.
Or is she not listening.
Daddy.
Daddy just gave us a hand heart.
Daddy, I love you. Look, I'm taking notes about Mommy.
To see if I'm doing good or not.
Yeah, and
oh, man.
You see right here it says doing good or not.
Yeah. Look what he said, bub.
Love bug.
Yeah. So, okay.
We are truly blessed.
Yes, ma'am.
That's correct, Daddy.
That is correct, Dad. That is absolutely correct, Dad.
Yeah,
so
let's
let's keep it going. Okay, so let's keep it going. Creole, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So, key levels. We talked about resistance is 80K. Resistance is our ceiling, meaning Bitcoin has gotten close to that 80K, but it couldn't quite go up to it or surpass it. So what is it done? Push back down,
This
which
is
brings
what
us to our current level of 76,000. Okay, we are currently sitting at 76,000. That is our current level. Everybody got it. So I went over 2 levels so far: 80K, which is our resistance, and then the 76K, which is our current level. Okay, which is where we are right now. All right, now the next 2 areas are areas that we want to pay attention to see if Bitcoin goes there and how it reacts. And that's only if it goes there. We want to see how it reacts. Diana, welcome in. Thank you, husband, for the roses. Diana, welcome in. Rick, welcome in. I see you. The Squirrel Hustler, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I see you, Sam. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Yep. There you go. Okay. So now let's do this. So some of the areas that we're going to look at, and I'm going to show y'all charts here in a second. I don't know why this music got so loud out of nowhere. What in the world? Like it was low just a minute ago, and now all of a sudden it's just super loud, and I feel like I'm yelling. Jeez.
You were talking.
JJ, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, huh? I was talking normal.
What I meant is you were yelling in my
ear. I
ear.
felt like it. I'm like, why is it so loud all of a sudden? But
Because you were
yeah,
yelling
Mo,
in my
welcome
ear.
in. Happy Tuesday.
Duh.
Okay, so let's keep it going. So I gave you 2 levels. Now the third one is our 70K down to about 60. What I said, 60. Let me look at it.
60 million.
No. What I put on here? So 70K down to roughly 67. Okay, mid 67.
Cheating. She's cheating.
How am I cheating? I'm looking at the chart, which I'm gonna show them.
We'll do it right now.
I'm not about to do it right now. I will when I get ready. Diana, welcome in.
Better.
Okay. So
Better.
hey, calm down, okay? You hear me? Okay.
Nothing your business.
Parents,
This is mine.
I know y'all feel me.
No.
That smile just means like
This is mine.
Ashley, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. This is my special guest,
Mine.
my child. Okay.
Hello.
So our third area, when we talk about levels, okay, our third one is that 70K down to roughly 67. Okay, we want to see if price goes down here, what does it do in that area? Does it come down and bounce back up? Does it come down and play in between that 70K to 67? Right? Or does it come down there? It may play for a minute and then drop down. If it drops down below that 65, which is where it was previously, and it stayed there for a minute. Oops, I hit my hand.
Are you okay?
And
It was here.
and if it goes down to that 65K, what is it going to do there? Because that's been a strong area of support. I'm going to show charts in a second, okay? But I just want to go through this part, all right? So here's the thing. When we talk about moving similar to smart money, what we want to do is understand how they're thinking. What are the things that they're looking for? What are the questions that they may be asking? How do they respond when price gets to certain areas? That's what we want to do. Smart money doesn't chase price, y'all.
No, it
Okay?
doesn't.
They don't chase price. They wait for confirmation. This is something that I actually learned as a trader. Before I even started investing, I learned as a trader, before I enter a trade, there needs to be a confirmation candle. John, welcome in. Happy Tuesday.
Hey, John.
Okay. So my question to y'all, before I show y'all the chart, do you think right now, okay, with what has happened so far, do you think this is a buying opportunity for Bitcoin, or do you think it's a trap? If you think this is a buying opportunity for Bitcoin, I want you to type the word buy in the chat. If you think it's a trap, I want you to type the word trap in the chat.
I think it is.
Do you think it's a buying opportunity? Type the word buy in the chat. If you think it's a trap, I want you to type the word trap in the chat.
So
I had to say that slow so I didn't mess it up. What do you think?
I think it's a trap.
Laura thinks it's a trap.
Because I don't trust people that just say something without even saying my name. So I don't even trust.
Everywhere, ants. I guess that's what it say. Welcome in, happy Tuesday. All right. So look, I'm gonna show y'all this chart so that way you can see what I'm talking about, and then we're gonna go back to what we are moving forward in. Let's see. Let's share. Okay. Boom. So y'all should see this on YouTube, TikTok. I need to use this. I'm about to share. So y'all, this is a perfect time to share the live.
You better.
It's a perfect time to share the live. Okay. And then also repost here on TikTok if you have not done so yet. Tap the screen, y'all. If y'all stop tapping, I'm going to cut the live off over here on TikTok. And I will only be live on YouTube. And that way I could just focus. And then me and my ladybug can go home because it is a school night for her. And I want to get her back by 8 o'clock. Okay? Yeah. So we're not going to be live much longer.
We got to.
Okay? Majestic Truth, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I see you. It's been a minute. All right. So when I asked you, do you think that right now is a buying opportunity for Bitcoin? Because we're on Bitcoin. You see it, BTC USD. All right. We're on the 1 week time frame, that W here. Okay. She knows trucking. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. It says W. That means we are looking at the 1 week time frame. For my people who don't know charts, don't spaz out, don't freak out. Okay. All that means is each one of these candles, the red and the green, that represents 1 week of price moving up and down. Okay. So if it's green, that means that for that week, by the time it closed in a buy, meaning people were buying more of Bitcoin during that week than sellers. Buyers were in control. If it's red, yes, ma'am.
Is green for good?
It doesn't mean good. It just means green means people are buying.
Okay.
They want more of it. Yes, that's buy.
So if you see the green guys, that means that people are buying.
Yes, that means people are buying. Beetle, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay. Yes. That is something that I use to help me to identify where the market is going. Oops.
So the blue line is how you guys identify.
Like that the momentum is there for the buy. See how the candles are above it?
So the
momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Stunner, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. And then when the candlesticks move underneath that blue line, okay, that means that the momentum has shifted and now there are people more selling than buying. Baby, let me teach because you throwing me off. That's not what I'm on here. Let me take this off. How about that? Okay. Because I'm not supposed to be talking about that. I'm supposed to be focusing on one part. See? All right. So yeah. So let's keep this going. All right. So what I was talking about is the question I had. Do we believe that right now, with where price is, where it went from, where it came from, and where it is right now, do we believe that we are in a buy opportunity? You would type the word buy in the chat. If you believe that this is a trap, okay, then I want you to type the word trap in the chat. Buy if you believe that this is a really good buy opportunity. Type the word buy in the chat. Trap if you believe it is a trap.
And I believe it is a trap.
And my 6-year-old here, Laura, says she believes it's a trap. Kenzie agrees with you. Kenzie type trap in the chat. See, look, right there. Papa Chulo, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I see you.
Papa Chulo.
Yep. All right. So just something to think about. All right. We already established over the past few weeks. We went over the four phases of the market cycle. We established that from what we see from here all the way down, that this is called a correction phase. Okay. We established that. We also established last week that we see the market is showing us signs of something called early accumulation, which means that the market may be moving sideways. Okay. When there is accumulation in the market, that means that the people with the big money, our billionaires, our hedge fund managers, our private equity firms, all of these people with the big money, okay, these are the individuals that are buying more heavily and quietly, okay, during that phase when there is the accumulation phase, because the market moves sideways, which that term, technical term, is consolidation. David, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Everybody got it. Okay. So you're not right or wrong if you said that we're looking at a buy opportunity. You're not right or wrong if you said that we're looking at a trap. Bills, welcome in. Raj, welcome in. Thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate you. All right. So I'm gonna stop sharing for a second because I really want to continue with what we're doing. Okay. So let's go. So that way we can wrap this up because I got to get the little one home because it is a school night. Okay. And we got to make sure that she is good to go and ready to get her some rest for her to go to school tomorrow. Okay. So here's what I want to do. If you are that person that says that you know for a fact that you want to invest in cryptocurrency, right? You know for a fact that you want to buy Bitcoin specifically. The goal is not to guess the perfect price. Bless you. Bless you. The goal is not to guess the perfect price. We don't need to time the market. Talent, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Lily, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. That's my nickname. Lily. That's what I used to get called when I was younger. Lee or Lily. But so yeah. So that's not the goal for any person that knows that they want to invest in anything. Specifically tonight, we're talking about cryptocurrency, okay? So I'm going to give you 3 simple rules that you can use today to help you with moving forward, okay? Number 1, the first rule, if you know for a fact that you want to buy any Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, whatever it is, okay? First, do not go all the way in. U plus FF, oh shucks, it went away. Welcome in, happy Tuesday. Systems, welcome in, happy Tuesday. Okay, don't go all in. What you should focus on is being consistent, not being perfect, okay? 1213, welcome in. DJ Sam, welcome in, happy Tuesday, okay? The goal is to be consistent, not timing the bottom, not timing the top, not being perfect, okay? You're going to hear in this market, okay, a term called dollar cost averaging, or you may see DCA for short a lot, okay? All that means for my people who are new to investing, new to cryptocurrency, all that means is you're going to establish the frequency in which you're going to invest. That could be weekly, that could be bi-weekly, that could be once a month. Please do not put that on my face right now, okay? That could be weekly, that could be bi-weekly, that could be once a month, y'all. It's totally up to you and your budget. The frequency in which you get paid, how often you want to invest, that's up to you. On top of it, the reason I said don't go all in is because if you're just starting out, you need to get a feel for how that market moves, and you need to ask yourself some questions. Sweetie Pie, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay, so the focus is making sure that you know for a fact that this is what you want to do. Okay, you know for a fact that this is what you want to do. So dollar cost averaging is your friend. Dollar cost averaging will help you, so that way you don't feel like you're missing out. So you're not panic selling. So you're not buying at the all-time high because you didn't buy any at all when the prices were low. Okay, CJ, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Everybody got it. So that's the one rule. Number 1 rule. Don't go all in. I need you to be consistent by establishing how often you're going to dollar cost average. Weekly, bi-weekly, once a month, whatever that's going to be, what it looks like for you. Okay? The second thing, the second rule, y'all, okay, is before you even put any money into the market, I need you to define your zones. Okay? So I need you to know where the market is at the moment, which right now we know Bitcoin is at 76K. we need to have an idea of where it could pull back to. So if we were to start buying today, just an example, if you were to say, all right, I know for a fact I'm buying Bitcoin. All right. So that means that price could go up. How far up could it go before it hits the ceiling? That resistance, right?
Maybe it won't hit the ceiling.
Okay. Or maybe it may surpass that. Michael, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Now, I also think about, though, what if price goes down? What area, what level could price hit? So how far down could it go, right? All right. From the time that you purchase, if you were to purchase today. Castano, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So I showed you guys just now, a minute ago, for those of you that were here, I showed you an area, 70K down to roughly 67, right? Before our strong support of 65K. That's our first area that we're looking to see if Bitcoin goes down there. Okay. If it doesn't stay above 75K. All right. So that tells me, Leona, if Bitcoin does not stay above 75K and it pushes below that 75K, there is a possibility that Bitcoin could come down to that 70, 60, 70, 67K area. Everybody got it. That's number 2. So what we want to do is be prepared before price gets there. Just bless me. Welcome in. I love the name. Sonya, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay. So that's number 2. Define your zones. Lane, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Number 3, start small. So when you do decide to put money into the market, don't go all the way in and put all of your money in there. Okay. If you are cautious, rightfully so, then I want you to know most of these crypto exchanges, they allow us to start with like $10 now. Okay. Real one, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. All right. So if you're like, hey, I got some Starbucks money, I'm not going to Starbucks this week. So what I normally spend in a week for Starbucks, Danny, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. What I would normally spend for Starbucks this week, guess what I can do now? I could put that into the crypto market because it's money I would have spent anyway. Everybody got it. So it's not like it's gonna hurt you. Scotty, welcome in. So lit, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Love the name. Okay. So it's not like it's gonna hurt you because you would have blown it anyway on Starbucks or whatever your vice is. Got it? So this is exactly why that checklist that I talked to y'all about, the crypto beginner checklist that's in my bio on TikTok and in the description box on YouTube. This is why it says start simple and start small, because there are a lot of beginners, crypto beginners, that lose money because they try to move too fast without understanding what they're doing. Cheney, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Wood, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. All right. So if you want help, though, all right. Now there are some people who are like, Leona, I need somebody to hold my hand, child. I want to do it, but I'm just not ready to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm scared. Scotty Scott, welcome back in. Happy Tuesday. Okay. I have a crypto beginner workshop that I'm considering doing next month. So if the demand is there, I'm considering doing it next month, May 9th. Okay. That's a Saturday. We will be together for 4 hours. This is not set in stone. It all depends on if the demand is there, then I'll move forward with doing it. Okay. If it's not, I ain't doing it because I ain't going to waste my time. Okay. Forever. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. But during that workshop, what I will be doing is just helping people to set up their accounts right then. So if you know there's a crypto exchange that you want to do, but you're scared you're going to mess something up, that's what we're there for. Okay. When you want to make your first purchase, if you're scared and you don't want to mess it up, that's what we're there for. Okay. Because it's going to be live demonstration. I'm going to walk through how to do it using Coinbase as the example. Okay. Because most people are able to use Coinbase, no matter what country you're in. Okay. What's up? Ah, see, you put it together. Good job. Yeah, Shauna. Yeah. Good job. Malik, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay, so that workshop is going to walk you through a lot of that stuff. How to set up your exchange account, or if you already have it but you're scared about making a purchase and you don't want to mess up, that's another one. Walk you through how to do that as well. Micheline, welcome in. 87, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. And then also for my people who already have like a hot wallet, okay, this is your private wallet. So you want to move your crypto from Coinbase, specifically using Coinbase as an example, and you want to move it to your hot wallet. Okay, I can walk you through how to do that as well. I will actually do a live demonstration of that using Exodus as an example. Okay, so that way people can see how to move it from one spot to another. It's not as hard as people make it out to be. Rhonda, thank you so very much for sharing live. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay, so I want to go into where a good number of crypto beginners mess up. Okay, and once we finish this, we're gonna go back to the charts. I'm gonna show y'all Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and then I'm gonna show you one crypto ETF that I invested in, because everything that I'm talking about right now, this is the stuff that I've done. Gabe, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. This is the stuff that I still do to this day, but it took me making mistakes to figure out, you know what I'm saying, and me studying to figure out, oh, this is how I should be moving. Okay. And that's how I've become a bit more consistent with being able to identify lower prices to invest. And that doesn't stop at crypto. That's also with me investing in different companies in the stock market, ETFs in the stock market, buying into silver and gold, things of that nature. Okay. So what I'm talking about tonight applies to pretty much all the other tradable assets that we have access to. All right. So hopefully y'all can still hear me on YouTube. If you can't, please let me know. All right. Please let me know. Saga City, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. You gotta come say hi.
Hi.
I got the little one here tonight. My guest for tonight. Okay. I shouldn't have interrupted her. She's doing good. That's my fault. I'll take the blame on that one. Okay, so here's a couple of mistakes that that can cost a bunch of beginners, you know, in the crypto space. It can cost money. All right. So right now, right now we may see beginners. Rosie, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. That wait for price to go up and then buy. Okay.
Hi.
Okay. So we may see P, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So we may see beginners wait for price to go up and then say, okay, now it's time for me to buy, because more people are buying. Good job. More people are buying it. More people are saying this is it. That this is real now because the price is going up. Or those beginners may panic when they see price drop like they did today, right? And then they turn around and sell because they don't know any better. Thank you so very much, Saga City. You read it? Right here.
Wait.
Right there, baby. Little. That's short for little.
Little is pretty. Thank you.
Tulsa, welcome in. RD Locks, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So yeah. So let's continue. Let's continue. Let's keep it going. So instead of a beginner waiting for price to go up and then saying, okay, now I want to buy, or panic selling, right? What I want you to attempt to do or work towards, okay, is preparing before the move. That's the stuff that we were talking about, which is what we're going to go into with the charts. Okay, baby. Okay, calm down. The other thing I want you to do and consider as a beginner in this space is understanding those levels. What does it mean? Why did price go here? What is it doing here? What does that tell me? When price goes down to 76, almost 75K, and it doesn't keep going strong, what is that telling me? Okay. As a beginner, I want you to start thinking like they say. Yes, she's the star of the show, right?
I'm the star of the show. Laddie daddy doo, 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 laddie daddy doo.
Are you done? Because I gotta finish so that way we can go. Crypto Angel, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Thank you so very much for liking the live. Okay, so let's keep it going. Y'all, we are not doing well with the likes over here on TikTok.
TikTok do know what?
We're not doing well, y'all. I've been live for 1 hour. Okay. I've been live for 1 hour, and that is very low for what we normally do. Talent, thank you so very much for liking the live. Crypto Angel, thank you for liking the live. Rhonda, thank y'all for liking the live, because this is not normal. We don't normally do that. That's why our numbers are so low tonight. Because I go live every Tuesday, usually Thursdays, but I've been switching on Fridays. But still, Tuesdays have been consistent. And y'all, this ain't it. This is not good. Okay. So thank y'all so very much for picking up where other people have laid it down. I appreciate y'all, and continue to share, repost, thumbs up on YouTube if you haven't done it yet. Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't done it yet. Notification bell, so that way you know when I'm going live. Press it if you have not done that yet as well. And for my people on TikTok, if you miss any part of this live, if you want to go back and watch a part of it, you can always go to my YouTube channel. That's Prosperity Calls on YouTube. Talent, thank you for that heart me. You can always go there and watch the replay. I will update the description box to have the timestamps in there, so that way you know where certain information is. So if that's what you want to hear about, boom, you can just fast forward straight to that part. Okay. All right. So the last part that I want beginners to pay more attention to, so that way you lose less money, because you're going to lose money regardless as an investor, but you lose less money. You can control how much you lose, right? Is by controlling your emotions. We talked about it earlier, how if we do not manage our emotions, then that is going to lead us down a financial path that we're not going to be happy with. More than likely, we lose more money because we make emotional money decisions. Okay? And I'm talking about the emotions that are not helpful, that are not productive. When you're angry, when you're frustrated, when you're confused, when you're feeling that revenge coming on, like I want to get my money back. No, that stuff is not helpful to us. Okay? So again, I'm going to say this one more time. Y'all, you do not have to be perfect in this market. You're not going to always get things right. Okay? You do, however, need a plan, and you need to execute on that plan consistently. That looks very good. Good job. You need to execute on that plan consistently. Okay? She's showing y'all her drawing, how she connected the dots. You need to put it up here so they can see. There you go. Good job. All right. And then go right here. Okay? And they should be able to see it. All right. You see it right here. There you go. Good job. All right. So yeah, so that's it. I want to make sure y'all know exactly how you can move forward in this market. So what I'm going to do is I'm about to do what I said, which is show y'all. She said, nice work. Miss Veronica on YouTube said, nice work, Laura. Look.
Thank you.
So we're going to go into our chart work real quick, and then we're going to wrap it up. So give me roughly 15 minutes, and then that last 5 minutes is going to be homework, and then we out. Okay, so we should be leaving here around 7:30, 7:35, something like that, so we can get home, get this little one ready for bed. What was that? What was that? Okay, I'm sharing something else now. Okay, hey, I'm gonna need you to go over here, so that way I can wrap this up. Okay.
You new here, mommy.
Come on. I need you to go over there. Thank you. So that way I can share this screen and we can wrap this up. No more distractions, okay? Yeah, thank you. All right, so let's go. I got this up now. I told you we're gonna go over Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and then I'm gonna show y'all the crypto ETF. And there's a reason why I'm gonna show that. So remember how we talked about making sure that we know our levels. We have an idea of where price has been, where it's at currently, and where it could potentially go. So we're going to use it's kind of like scenario based. Okay, so it's going to help us to identify the probability of something happening. If the probability may be higher, lower, whatever, and that helps us to decide how we want to move forward and how we want to deploy our money in the market. Okay. So we already established that we've been in a bear market, which means the market has been going down. Price has been going down, pretty consistent. All right. And because price has been going down, what goes down will come what? Up, right? At some point. In between price coming completely up, there's something called accumulation. That has to happen. So after correction comes accumulation. That means the market moves sideways. Okay. So it may go up a bit, but then it may go sideways again. That could be for a few months. That could be for a whole year. I'm going to show y'all XRP. You're going to be like, damn, what? It went that long? Yes. I said dog. No. So yeah. So that's what we're looking to see. Are we officially in accumulation, or are we still in early accumulation when it comes to Bitcoin? Last week, we all voted, the majority of us voted that we're in the early stages of accumulation, okay? Because we have not seen another low since this 60K mark in February of this year. Does everyone agree or disagree? If you agree, give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat. If you disagree, give me the thumbs down emoji in the chat. If you agree, give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat. If you disagree, give me the thumbs down emoji in the chat. Thank y'all so very much for continuing to like the live. I appreciate y'all. Y'all coming through. See, look, we almost at 10K. That's what we could have done if everybody was being good stewards earlier. But I thank y'all for coming through. Everybody that has come through so far, I appreciate y'all. Okay. So now that we have talked about this, now we know what our levels are. I'm gonna show y'all again, so that way those who were not here earlier, we now know what we're looking for in the market to help us to decide how we want to move forward. Got you. Okay. So right now, this is our area of resistance. This white box right here that says $80,549.83. Okay, this is our area of resistance. We want to see if and when Bitcoin comes up here, what does it do? Does it pierce it? Does it close above? Does it bounce back down? Well, what we just saw last week, it got close. It went to 79K-ish. $79,508.64 roughly, okay, on this particular one. All right. And then it pushed back down. And now we're sitting at 76,000-ish. Got it? So our next area to pay attention to, we already identified 80K as one area to pay attention to. Our next area to pay attention to is what happens here at this $75,930.64 area. Will Bitcoin stay above here and then move sideways here? Or will Bitcoin break below here? Okay. Or will Bitcoin within this week or next week, since it got close to that, will it just push straight on back up? Okay. There's only three options. Either it goes up, it goes sideways, or go down. That's the only three options we have. Okay, so that's our second level. Everybody got it? So you have two levels so far for Bitcoin. Now, our third that we're going to pay attention to are these two lines right here where it says $70,107.82. And then the one underneath that, $67,468.80. This is an area where Bitcoin could come to if it were to break below the 75K area. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Well, why, Leona? Let's look to the left. Follow these two white lines here. Okay. Look what happens here. Price comes down and touches it, it closes above. Comes down and touches it, it closes above. Come down, pierces through it, but closes above. That's 3 touches right here. This is from October to November of 2024. Now, let's go on over some more. Okay? Bring it on back some more. Look at this. This is resistance. That's July 2024. Then we have resistance and support, right? Resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it sat here, 1 and 2. Got it? Then we come over here. It pierced it, close above. Pierce it, close above. Pierce it, close above. Then it turned into resistance here because price came up here, closed below. Came up here, closed below. Finally broke. Everybody got it. The more times price touch an area, the stronger it becomes and the probability that price may return to that area. It's not a guarantee. That's a probability. The probability increases, and it only will increase if Bitcoin breaks below where we're at right now. Everybody got it? There's a chance. It may happen or it may not. Okay? And then our last one is that support that we have here at 65K. That's this little white line here. This box that says $65,433.56. Okay? I put a note in here. Will Bitcoin stay above here? Why? Because we've had in consecutive weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive weeks of Bitcoin coming to this area but closing above. Got it? Then it did it 2 weeks after 2 weeks consecutively as well before it pushed up. IT support, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Got it? Hello. If you got it, let me know. Thumbs up emoji in the chat, if that makes sense. Thumbs up emoji in the chat if that makes sense. Logic, welcome in. Jazz, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay? Dan Tanner, thank you so very much for sharing live. I appreciate you. So that's Bitcoin. So now everyone should have their areas for Bitcoin. If you have your areas to pay attention to for Bitcoin, I want you to give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat because I'm about to move on to Ethereum. Everything that I've shown y'all for the past pretty much month, all of this applies to any tradable asset. So going over those four phases of the market, being able to identify resistance and support, all of that stuff, all of that applies to every single tradable market. So instead of you asking someone on YouTube or asking someone on TikTok, should I buy right now? What price should I buy at? You'll be able to answer that question for yourself because now you know how to look at these charts and not panic. All right. So no answer tells me that y'all good to go. So I'm going to keep moving. So Ethereum, I'm going to switch. Don't panic. Okay. You good, bear market buddy. I'm going to switch to Ethereum. Okay. So I use color-coded lines to help me to identify time frames and stuff. So that's what mine represent. So Ethereum kind of looks like Bitcoin, right? What I just showed y'all, that correction phase, they look pretty similar, huh? Does it look similar to y'all? We had our all-time high, price pushed down, slowed down, pushed down some more, came up, formed a lower high, right? It has a lower low, come down, we got our low. Now this is where I have notes on mine. These orange lines represent, this is the previous month, so the month of March high, and then this is the month of March low. Look where Ethereum sat. Ethereum sat at $1,900 roughly. This is Bitfinex exchange, okay, on TradingView. See it? And we're still on the 1 week time frame. Every single candle represents 1 week of price moving up and down. Okay, so that's Bitfinex. That's the exchange we're on for Ethereum. We're on the 1 week time frame. I use the 1 week to help me to be able to see clearly what's happening in the market, to identify the phase within the market cycle we are in. Okay, so if anybody comes in and asks, that's what we're doing. And we're on Ethereum. Okay, Mark, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So now we see that we've had a really strong correction phase, and it's moving pretty similar to Bitcoin because it's been buying a bit. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive weeks of price buying. It went to this previous month high. It rejected it, the job. So now this is our resistance. Would you all agree or disagree? Okay. Would you all agree or disagree that this is an area of resistance for Ethereum?
I would agree.
Thumbs up emoji in the chat if you agree. Laura says she agrees. Thumbs up emoji in the chat if you agree that this is an area of resistance, meaning our ceiling. Price comes up here, but it bounces back down. Thumbs up emoji in the chat if you agree. Thumbs down if you disagree. Because look at it. Let me make it a bit bigger. Okay? Does this look like an area of resistance to you? I'm on Ethereum, and that is the Bitfinex exchange on TradingView. IOU, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay, so clearly this is resistance. Why? Look, price came up here back in February. It rejected, pushed down, closed below. So that's one. Price came up again in March, the week of 16 March. Pushed through it a little bit. Nope. Actually, it touched it and then closed below. That's the second time. Price came up here again, 13 April that week. Pierced through it, closed below. That's the third time. Fourth time was last week. Pierced it a little bit, closed below. This current week, it pierced it a bit, and right now it is below. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times within this year that we see that Ethereum has touched the area of $2,386.29 using Bitfinex as a guide. Bitfinex exchange. So yes, that's clear resistance. So your key area to pay attention to, one, for resistance for Bitcoin using Bitfinex as the exchange. All right, that is $2,386.29. That's your first area. Write it down or screenshot it. $2,386.29. Got it? Okay. Our next area that we want to pay attention to is, I have a note here, $2,105.87. I wrote the note in here. This is an area where 3-month lows has hit twice, January 2024 and July 2024. Like to see it? Here it go. So we see that price is actually set here, pierced it, closed below, pierced it, closed below, pierced it, closed right underneath it. Now I'm going to go to the 3 months so that way y'all can see what I'm talking about. Look, real quick. Y'all see this? So what did it say? July 2024. It hit it, huh? I'm not making it up. Look at it. This is a 3-month time frame. That means every one of these candles represents 3 months of price movement. Okay? Okay? So we had, this was July 2024. You see it. I ain't make it up. And then we have January 2024. So that means January, February, March. Okay? At some point within those 3 months, price came and hit here. Got it? I made a note of that because I wanted to see what the heck happens here. Now look here. Previous month, it closed here. Everybody see that? This month, it opened here. Everybody see that? So my antennas go up like, oh, this is an important area. Would you agree or disagree? Thumbs up emoji in the chat if you agree. Thumbs down emoji in the chat if you disagree.
I agree.
My Laura says she agree. All right, Veronica says she agree. Gotcha.
What's the real answer?
You should agree. All right, good. Good. So now I showed y'all the 3 months. So I'm gonna bring it back down to the week now, okay? Because I don't want to confuse anybody. Back to the week. Cool. So that's our second area that we want to pay attention to. If Ethereum continues to reject this previous month high, this area of resistance, okay? Bear Market Bully said to let him hold some of your Bitcoin. And she just laughed at you. That means Cash flow, thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. Thank you for that heart, me too. I appreciate you. Miguel, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So yeah. So we want to see, this is our first area for Ethereum that we want to see price reject. What is it going to do? How is it going to move? Okay. Again, for my people who just joined, that's $2,386.29. We are on Bitfinex Exchange, looking at it on TradingView. So the numbers may be a bit different depending on the exchange that you use when you go on TradingView. All right, just to make sure that everybody is clear on that. You're very welcome, Cash Flow Joe. I appreciate you. Okay, our second area is this white line where I have that note, that 3 month low. Okay, that is $2,105.87. If Ethereum continues to reject this area, if it comes down here, what does it do? Will it go sideways? Will it pierce it and then continue to close above? If it pierces it and closes above, what does that mean to us? That means that Ethereum may be preparing to do what? Go up. Do you agree or disagree? If Ethereum comes down here to this white line and it does not close below here, it pierces it, but it closes above. What does that tell us? The probability of price going back up now increases. Got it? Thank you for the gold. I appreciate you. Our third area to pay attention to is where it's been before, which is this 3 month low. That's this orange line right here. Okay. Bear Market Bully said, no, I need ETH to go under 2K. Listen, I'm with you. That would be nice. Laura agrees with you, Bear Market Bully. She said she wanted to go under 2K too. Okay. So because it's come to the month before, look, it's pierced it. 1, close above. That's 1. Touched it. 2, touched it again. 3, pierced it, close above. 4, touched it, close above. 5. 5 times it's hit this area, but it did not close below. So that means that we have 3 areas to pay attention to so far. Would y'all agree or disagree? Thank you for the rose, Cash Flow Joe. I appreciate you.
Agree.
Laura says she agreed. Thank you for those TikToks. Hey, thank you for being a title gift. I appreciate you. All right.
I appreciate you too.
Oh, thank you, baby. So there we go.
I
appreciate you. Yes, Veronica says she agreed too. I got you. Okay, cool. So there we go. So now we have 3 areas. This one, $2,386.29. We have our white box, $2,105.87, and then $1,910.24. This is the last one that we want to see because prices come here before. This is our previous January to February, right? 3 month low. That's this red box where it says $1,751.60. Okay? Why? Because price has come here back in February 2026. Okay? I do have that pivot point, but I had that before we had that 3 month low. I had that up here before, and price broke through that. It actually came back and touched it too. That white box, the right above it, Okay, so I'm keeping a note, but I'm not using that as a point because this is a previous 3-month low. And to me, that's stronger than that. All right, at the time. So we have our areas. Nothing's going to happen major right now. So now we know what we're looking for. So if you know you want to buy more Ethereum, at what area are you considering buying? Why are you considering buying there? Okay. And what do you want to see happen in order to confirm that you should buy there? Got it? That's what I need y'all to think about moving forward. Not, should I buy right now? No, that's not the right question. It's, if price goes here, then what could happen? Okay? If price stays here, then what could happen? If price closes above here, what can happen? If price closes below here, what can happen? If price moves sideways here, what can happen? Like, seriously, think about if and then. Got it? And you plan according to those scenarios. So if this happens, then this happens. If this happens, then this happens. Okay, so I am going to buy or I am going to hold. Got it? All right. Now we're going to move on to XRP. I'm going to show y'all Coinbase because that's the one that I had went over. So we're going to be on Coinbase Exchange looking at XRP. We're still on the 1 week time frame. Okay. I'm using XRP on Coinbase because that's what we used. I want to say it was a week or two ago. Once that move happened, that $120 million worth of XRP move happened, we wanted to see if the market if the market reacted and how the market reacted. And y'all ain't really do much of nothing. It just sat there. It stayed above that $1.29, dog. It ain't go nowhere. It didn't really move up like that. It was just chilling. XRP was like, I know, but I ain't doing anything. Laura said, hey, I'm chilling. You know, like it was like, I ain't really gonna do much of that. Okay, Dublin, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay, so we have established when we were going live talking about XRP and that whole move with that whale. All right, we established that XRP is in a correction phase, all right? Because price kept moving lower. We had lower highs, lower lows, all that good stuff. We went into that. Then we talked about, well, where do we think XRP is today? Do we believe it's still in the correction phase, or is it in the accumulation phase or early accumulation? So with everything you know about the 4 phases of the market cycle, if you don't know, please say something. But if you do, I want you to put the number that you believe the phase that we are in with XRP. So I want you to type the number 1 in the chat if you believe we are still in the correction phase with XRP. 1 in the chat if you believe we are still in the correction phase for XRP. 2 in the chat if you believe that we are in the early accumulation phase. It's not 100% yet, but we're in the early accumulation phase. 2 in the chat if you believe we are in the early accumulation phase. 3 in the chat, I see you peacefully living today. I see you. 3 in the chat if you believe that we are in the full-blown accumulation phase. 3 in the chat if you believe we are in a full-blown accumulation phase. So I'm going to repeat it again for my people who just joined. 1, if you believe we are still in the correction phase, meaning there's a possibility that we could see another low, okay? You see that price could potentially go lower than $1.12, okay? 2 in the chat if you believe we are in the early accumulation phase, meaning price is moving sideways. It's not 100% full-blown accumulation because we could see some things Laura said too. Okay. And then 3 in the chat if you believe it's full-blown accumulation. 3 in the chat if you believe it's full-blown accumulation. Cousin Skeeter, welcome in. Crypto Angel agrees with you, Laura. That is 2. Veronica agrees with you, Laura. That is 2. Early accumulation. Cousin Skeeter said it's full-blown accumulation. Pure Viking says it's full-blown accumulation. So we're going to look at the previous cycle, okay, to help us out. Huh? I'm at 2.
Mommy's at 2 too.
Yeah.
2 too.
But because there are some things that needs to happen. So look at this. Before somebody asks, remember Coinbase, because that's the one we're on, the exchange we're on TradingView, okay? Coinbase re-added XRP to their exchange back here. So that's why you don't see anything prior to 2023, okay? But what we do know is 2023, okay, you can see clear as day what happened here. What is this called? Where my cursor is about to be circling. What is this called, y'all? Type it in the chat. Where my cursor is circling, type it in the chat. What is this called? Type it in the chat. What is this called? Consolidating. Yes. Okay. Consolidating. And when you have this whole period of consolidating at the bottom of a bear market, that means that we are in the accumulation phase, like Bear Market Bully typed in the chat. Now, I want you guys to look at how long this lasted. I'm about to put these vertical lines on here so you can actually look at the dates to see how long this lasted. Now, guided XRP is a bit different because it was coming out of that lawsuit with the SEC, okay? However, I want you to just have an idea of how long it has. So look at how long it has lasted in accumulation. So you're not rushing the market. Look at this. August 2023 to November 2024. Y'all, that's over a year of accumulation. Thank you for the follow, Peacefully Living Today. Over 1 year of the market moving sideways and in the accumulation phase. Remember, accumulation is when the big money players, that term that you're going to hear a lot, smart money, is buying quietly. They're not loud. They're not telling people what to do with their money. They just doing what they do. Okay? They're buying a bit here and there. Got it? Okay? So, with that being said, we know what it has looked like in the past with XRP. So, coming back over here, remember, we've been in a bear market. Okay? We've had our sale. So, for Leona, we may be in a bit of early accumulation. It's not confirmed yet because we need to make sure that, one, it does not create a new low. It cannot go lower than $1.12 on Coinbase, right? Those Trader X says they believe that Bitcoin would drop back into the 65,000s. That would be support. We would welcome that because that will mean we are still in correction, especially if it closes below that support area that we talked about earlier. Bless you. That would be awesome. We'll be like, yeah, because then that means we'll be talking about some different prices moving forward. Okay?
Yes,
so
that is true.
We would need to see that XRP stays above that $1.12. Okay? The other thing we would need to see is some type of higher low. Okay? Higher lows, and then XRP, can it break above this $1.60? Can it break above this $1.60? And then what it does when it breaks above that $1.60. It don't have to go all the way like skyrocket, y'all. We just want to see, can it pierce through here? Can it close above $1.60? Okay? If it closes above $1.60 and then it goes back to moving sideways and possibly like stay above here, like that $1.45 roughly. So it stays above $1.45. Okay, cool. Then we are fully in accumulation. Okay. Got it. Bitcoin dropping to 65K for support means altcoins will come. All right. Everybody got it. So we have our levels that we're paying attention to for XRP. So we went over our levels for Bitcoin. went over our levels for XRP, went over our levels for Ethereum. Everybody should have those 3 different price points. So that way you can identify what are you looking for, what happens when price gets there, what are you doing? You now should be formulating a plan over this next week. If you know for a fact you're investing in either Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, or all of them, or a mixture of those 3. Got it? Everybody good? Now, the reason why I'm going to show y'all this crypto ETF, because some people may say, Leona, you said that you started buying Bitcoin again at 18K. That's a lie, whatever. Okay, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. First of all, I don't have a reason to lie because what I need to prove anything to anybody for. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is if somebody is attempting to help you and they're showing you where price is being, what it's doing, and when it gets to another area, it's confirmed what was said, then guess what? Shouldn't you be like, okay, they might know what they're talking about right about now. You know what I'm saying? They might know what they're talking about right about now. So I'm going to bring y'all to the first Bitcoin ETF that I purchased, okay? And that is called GBTC. Now, the reason I purchased GBTC, this is actually my second time purchasing it because I bought it back in I believe it was the end of 2020. Let me see. I think I bought it back in the end of 2020. I didn't mark it. I want to say I bought it because it was like $15 when I bought it the first time. Hold on, let me see. So, yeah, so it was 2020. Cool, because it was $15. All right. So I bought it back in the first time I bought GBTC was in 2020. So that was definitely roughly October time frame, somewhere in October. Okay. I sold back in 2021 when this 2021, right? Yeah, 2021 when Bitcoin got up here to this 59. Wait, my bad. $58.27, right? I sold after it pushed down the second time. So I think it was like $45 or something like that is when I said, all right, I'm about to sell and take my profit. That was the first time. Okay. The second time I bought is when Bitcoin had dropped down and it was bottom of the bear market, right? And Bitcoin started to go back and I started buying at 18K. Okay. Here's why I'm showing this to y'all. I started buying Bitcoin again at 18K. And guess what I said? Well, I sold my GBTC before and I made a profit. So I'm going to buy back in again. I'm holding Bitcoin. I'm about to buy back into GBTC, right? That's what I did. I started buying back into GBTC and it was like roughly $14 per share. So that was back in, so I'm going to put it at 14. Okay, that's at 14.19. So that was back in March. Can y'all see that? That white box at the bottom, it say the week of March 13, 2023. That is when I started buying. Phoenix Rain, welcome in. Thank you so very much for the follow too. I appreciate you. That's when I started buying, right? So I bought Bitcoin at 18K, started buying back into Bitcoin at 18K, and then I bought shares of GBTC again at $14-ish per share, right? I sat here and I'm telling people, I'm showing y'all this because I want you to see that you can make a profit from Bitcoin. You don't have to sell your physical Bitcoin to make a profit. Are y'all ready? If you ready, type ready in the chat.
I'm ready.
Laura says she's ready. And then after I do this, we're gonna get homework. If y'all ready, type ready in the chat. Okay? Because here's the thing. I want you to know, Crypto Angel said he ready. Okay. Gabriel, welcome in. Bear Market Bully said, I'm with Laura. they ready too. Bear Market Bully said he ready too. Okay. So at one point when GBTC was at its all-time high, I was up over 600%, y'all. Terrence, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for the follow too. I was up over 600%. Question. If you're up over 600% on one asset, what are you doing? Type it in the chat. I want you to tell me your honest to God answer. If you're up over 600% on one asset, what are you doing? Type it in the chat. If you're up over 600% on one asset, what are you doing?
I'm doing a Spider-Man jump.
Laura says she's gonna do a Spider-Man jump because that means celebrate, right? Yeah. Peacefully living today said take us a profit. You are absolutely correct.
Well, I would do a
absolutely correct. Right? This is what smart money players do. Big Four, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. This is what they do. When prices get high, they take profit, y'all. So if we want to move like them with our pennies, with our nickels, with our dimes, with our quarters, right? If we want to move like them within our tax bracket, we need to think like them. So if I know I'm not selling any of my Bitcoin because I don't hold the number of Bitcoin that Michael Saylor holds, right? But guess what? I got a substantial amount of Bitcoin ETF shares. So guess what I could do? I could sell some of them shares and I could take profit. So I want y'all to see this. So before somebody say, man, ain't no way you was up over 600%. Let me show you something. I told y'all I started buying it like $14-ish. Okay? Yeah. Taking some profit and leaving the rest to go back up. Absolutely, Mr. Furley. Come on now. Tell them again. Okay? You don't have to sell your Bitcoin to make a profit in this market. You can hold Bitcoin ETFs, y'all. All right? So look. So this is where I bought 14-ish, right? This was the all-time high, $99.09. Am I making this number up, y'all? Or do y'all see this? This is TradingView. Anybody can go to tradingview.com and you can type in GBTC and you can go on the week time frame. Okay? And you'll see exactly what I'm seeing. The only thing you won't see is like the lines, the fib, all that stuff. Do not disturb her, said they can't keep up. Hey, listen, I'm just here I'm gonna pass the message. All right, so let me show you. I'm gonna click on this fancy little looking ruler here. Okay, fancy looking ruler here. And then I'm gonna go to this area where around about where I started buying. And then I'm gonna scroll it all the way up to that all-time high. So you can see that I wasn't telling the field. Was I telling the field? So this was that 90. I'm trying to get it to 99. Okay, it's close. What I said? That I was up almost 600%? What that say right there in the middle? What do those numbers say in the middle? 598.62%. Is that almost 600%, y'all? Huh? Right? So at that point, if you were me, you should have sold a few shares, whatever amount that is, to take some profit because you've done a really good job. Right? Now, here's the thing. If you want to keep that and you say, hey, I want to buy some more. Now, okay, say I want to buy at a lower price. Okay, cool. Well, now you need to go look for levels, just like we did with Bitcoin, just like we did with Ethereum, just like we did with XRP, right? That's right, bear market bully, let's go. Right? We got to do the same thing. So what I did, I pulled out my field. Dog. And I was like, all right, that's the all-time high. So where could GBTC possibly go? So this is now invalidated. This 5618, this is now invalidated. That was, let me see, that was $62 roughly, okay, per share. It went all the way down to $48.61. Actually, yeah, it went down a little bit below that. Actually, because I see one right here. But this is our previous 3 month previous 3 month low. So now Leona could be like, all right, if I want to buy some more GBTC, which I'm not, I turned around and bought IBIT, right? So I'm not buying any more GBTC because their annual expense ratio is ridiculously high. Makes no sense. Okay. And so I'm gonna ride out what I have, and for the next wave, and then I'll sell, and then I'll put that profit into the different crypto ETF, which the other one I bought is IBIT. Okay, that is BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. I'm not telling anyone what Bitcoin or crypto ETF to buy. I'm just showing you what I got.
You reminded me of something.
What's
I'm
that?
making some more kind of like that.
Okay.
Kind of.
So everybody got it. Okay. So the same way that we analyze our Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP and HBAR and XLM and all that stuff, we can do that with these crypto ETFs. And if you don't want to sell your actual cryptocurrency, Leona is saying what Leona does is buy the ETF of that cryptocurrency that I know I do not want to sell. So that way I can still take profit off of it. Because all the Bitcoin that I have is going to be passed on to my kids. Okay? I'm not selling any of my Bitcoin. But guess what I can sell? That GBTC that I got. You know what I'm saying? I can sell that GBTC. And the only reason why I'm not selling more is because y'all, I bought at $14. I'm still up. Look, I'm still up over 300%. Don't believe me? Here you go. Look. I started buying. My line right there? Jesus. Okay, so this is my line right here. $14, right? Let me make this wider so y'all can see. Okay, so right here is where I bought, and then I'm gonna go to this little ruler one more again. Okay, we're gonna come down to roughly where I bought. Roundabout. I'm trying to get on the line. Jesus, get on the line, Leona. There we go. Okay, boom. And where's price at right now? What that say, y'all? In the middle. What percentage am I up in the middle? What does it say? Type it in the chat. That say over 300%, right? So I'm still up over 300% from an asset that I bought back in 2023. 320, absolutely. Still up over 300% on an asset that I bought in 2023. And guess what? When it does go back up and Bitcoin makes a new all-time high, in the coming years, right? When that happens, guess what happens to the price of that GBTC that I hold? Guess what happens to that price of that GBTC that I hold? I already got it marked, y'all. I already got it marked. I'm looking at GBTC possibly going to $151. Look, another area. Depending on how the market moves, I'm looking at GBTC possibly going to $206 because I use the fib extension. Okay, so that means I'll be up massively still with the shares that I still hold. Let's see how much that will be roughly. Ah, shucks, I did the wrong thing. And then I'm about to give y'all your homework, and I gotta go and take the kid home. Right? So with the shares I still have remaining, Bitcoin make a new all-time high. Let's say it does what they say it's gonna do. Yo, that's an almost 1,000% gain from holding a Bitcoin ETF and not selling all my shares. Only selling some, right? Bear Market Bully said, okay, I have a newfound respect for crypto ETFs. Come on, man. Come on. Tell them again. So if you don't want to sell, this is for my people who say like they don't want to sell their XRP. Okay. So if you don't want to sell your XRP, y'all, what you could consider doing is investing in the XRP ETF. That's an option. That's an option. It's not a requirement. I'm not telling anyone you have to do it. Just think about it. So you can still hold your XRP, and that could be for future generations. If you want some money, so that way you can go invest in something else, so you can pay off some debt, so you can take a vacation, whatever, invest in that ETF of the cryptocurrency that they have an ETF for, but of the cryptocurrency that you do not want to sell, you want to pass on to future generations. Did you know that you could borrow against your crypto ETFs as well? Huh? So if you want to invest in something else, you could borrow against your crypto ETF. You're more than likely going to pay less money than you would borrowing from a bank. And you still make money as long as that crypto ETF is going up. And of course, y'all, you got to pay it back because it's your assets. So you got to put the money back in there. So let's say you have roughly $10,000 worth of IBIT, or you have $10,000 worth of, the XRP ETF, right? And you're like, I want to borrow about 4,000 of it because I got a trip planned, yada, yada, yada. Or I want to borrow 4,000 of it because I want to pay off this debt. Or I want to borrow that 4,000 because I want to invest or whatever. Now, I got to say this because I let it come out of my mouth.
This last thing
all right. If I were you, I wouldn't borrow against your assets in the stock market. I wouldn't borrow against any of your assets unless you are going to put it into another investment. I didn't do that the first time because I ain't know no better. Because I didn't even know that you could borrow against it. And then I wanted to test the waters out. Okay. I wanted to see how the process went and all that good stuff. That was just me. All right. However, okay, I would not suggest anyone embed or take or borrow against their assets in the stock market, that any of their assets, unless you're putting it into something else that is going to multiply your money. Got it? But that is an option. So now you don't have to sell your cryptocurrency, and you don't have to loan or borrow against your actual cryptocurrency. Because remember, y'all, the cryptocurrency market is not as regulated as the stock market and as the real estate market and so on and so forth. So it would be wise to say, hey, I'm not going to borrow against my actual cryptocurrency. I can borrow against my crypto ETFs. And when I'm ready to, it's a asset that we can buy, like to get a bulk of something, You're making a mess, ma'am. I need you to start cleaning up. Look at this. All this stuff you have on my desk. It's time to clean up. Because we're about to go anyway. I'm about to give them homework. Okay. So yeah. So that's just an idea for people. I'm not telling you have to do what I've done. But I'm just telling you, why in the world would Leona, in my mind, it don't make sense to hold these assets, these digital assets, and not have the ETF too. Especially if I know that I can make money off of it. I can make profit, trash. I can take profit by selling a few of my shares or however many shares I want to sell. Ash, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. That makes sense to everybody. Okay? So I would definitely say if that's something that you're thinking about doing, do your research on these ETFs. Okay? Make sure that you know what the expense ratio is. Like I shared with y'all, GBTC expense ratio is very high. I personally would not suggest anyone invest in that, especially as a beginner, because the higher the expense ratio, the more you pay in fees. Okay, so they're taking away from your profit. They're eating up at your profit. So if they have an expense ratio of like higher than like 0.50, then I would say push pause on that and see if you can find a better one. Okay?
3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay?
Can I take it all?
Yes, you can. Got it? All right. So homework before we go. Okay? So your homework, sometime before we come back together on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific, here on TikTok and YouTube. I want you to download that Crypto Beginner Checklist. Even if you have been in the market for a little bit of time, but you don't really know what you're doing, this is going to be helpful to you. Okay? There's nothing wrong with going back and just double checking to see if you started off right or if there's some things you need to tweak. Henry, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay. So that Crypto Beginner Checklist can be found in my bio, y'all, and also in the description box on YouTube. If you miss any part of this live and you're like, man, I need to see what she was talking about, you can always go to my YouTube channel. Thank you so very much for that, Heart Me. You can always go to my YouTube channel and watch it there. I will be updating the timestamps, so it'll be in the description so you can fast forward and all this stuff to go to the parts that you want to know more about. Okay, Clifford, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. All right, so I want you to download the checklist before Thursday. If you have not done that yet, the Crypto Beginner Checklist is free, y'all. You don't have to pay any money. If you want to buy something later, that's fine, but you don't have to buy anything. Okay. All right, so this that's in my bio description box on YouTube. That's number one. The second thing I want you to do is decide how much you're comfortable with investing if you know for a fact that you're ready to invest in cryptocurrency. Okay? Clean up, please. Okay? Clean up, please. Decide how much you want to invest or you're comfortable with investing in the cryptocurrency market. And part two of that is to decide what level you'd be comfortable with entering, meaning this is when I want to buy. So if it's Bitcoin, are you saying, hey, if Bitcoin goes back down or stays above 65K, but does not go above 70K, and it plays around in that 65, 70K area, that's why I want to buy. Cool. If you say, nah, I want to see Bitcoin stay at, above that 70K. If Bitcoin stays above 70, but stay below 75, that's what I want to buy. Cool. It's totally up to you. And I'm not talking about only buying Bitcoin, y'all. I'm just saying, period. All right. That's it. That's all I need you to do for homework. So come Thursday when we come back here, okay, I'm going to ask y'all, did you do the homework? Okay. And if you miss any part of this live stream, again, you can go to YouTube, Prosperity Cause on YouTube, and you can watch the replay. Okay. Now, if you are really serious, though, about doing this the right way and getting into this market, profiting, because I do talk about crypto ETFs in the Crypto Beginner Workshop, okay? Number one, your prerequisite is to have that Crypto Beginner Checklist completed. I don't care if it is $37 or what is $37. I don't care if it is $37. I will give you your $37 back if you have not gone over that checklist. Got it? Said, what's the first video of this session? I was all in the forest and military talk. So the first video, let me go look, give me a second, y'all. So I could tell you when I started doing the whole market phases and all of that stuff. Give me 1 second. Good question though. Let's see. I started talking about this with, oops. No, I'm trying to, I accidentally pressed it. I was attempting to. So I started talking about this so the video that says Crypto 101, how to read Bitcoin charts for beginners. This is when I started talking about all of this. Okay. So that way you can, and that was 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Cool. So that's Crypto 101, how to read Bitcoin charts for beginners. That's when I started talking about all of this. Cool. And it just goes and continues to break down the phases, everything that I've led up to this point. All right. So that is your homework. All you have are those two things to do. All right. Gotcha. Good. Okay. So if you're serious about doing this, though, if you're serious about getting involved in the cryptocurrency market, you know for a fact you want to invest, you just need help, because sometimes people need their hand held. They may not be as tech savvy as others. It may be a little bit harder to get to the point of purchasing that cryptocurrency without fear and panic of messing up. Maybe you don't know how to send that crypto from your exchange to somebody told you to get a hot wallet, and now you have a hot wallet and you don't know how to send that crypto and you're scared you're going to make a mistake. This is where the Crypto Beginner Workshop comes in, because there is a live demonstration on how to do that. And I walk y'all through using Coinbase as the beginner, okay, buying point, and then I use Exodus as the hot wallet, okay? Bear market, but listen, Bub. Bear Market Bully said that Laura, he said, Laura, can you do my homework for me? I have Sour Patch Kids.
Yes.
That's all it takes, huh? To get her to do your homework. 3T, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So yeah, so that's it. If you want to join that Crypto Beginner Workshop, the only way I'm going to do it, y'all, is if people actually, if there's a demand. No, it's too late for Candy. Because you got to go to bed. You got to take you got to wash and go to bed. So go and put that back in your bag. You had your opportunity. You hadn't eaten anymore, so it's too late. So if you really want to get that hands-on help, right, then Crypto Beginner Workshop is your next option. Okay, it's $37. If you don't want to pay $37, don't pay $37. If you're like, no, it's only $37, pay the $37. All right. On top of the live demonstration, of course, we talk about like cryptocurrency basics, but I also give you insight into how to navigate a bear market. So that way you can survive it, but also thrive during the next bull market when prices are going up. Okay, so you'll walk away with a whole game plan on how you're going to move in this cryptocurrency market. And it's the plan that you came up with, the one that you're comfortable with according to your own budget. Got it? So if you all learned something new tonight, if you enjoyed yourself, give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat. If you're watching a replay, say, I learned something, Leona. I enjoyed myself, Leona. Let me know. If you like Laura as a co-host, let us know in the chat, either live or in the comments on the replay, if you enjoyed having Laura here as a co-host, okay? I got the thumbs up. I see you on TikTok. Yeah. Yep. Hooray. So what do you say? Say thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. All right.
This tattoo.
Yeah. So we're about to go, y'all. I'm going to leave y'all with my favorite quote, and that's from the legend. His name is Arthur Ashe, and he says to start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Hopefully we see each other on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. All right. Y'all have a good